everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so for this video I am going to be unboxing and reviewing the 4K picture for Cloverfield. And as you can see, this is a 15th anniversary edition. It's a Steelbook edition. And as soon as the pictures dropped for this, I knew I needed it for my collection. I fell in love with the artwork on it. And this is an Amazon France release. And I actually got it for relatively cheap, which is always great when that happens. So great to finally have it in my collection. And I was actually looking forward to putting the video together and taking you around this beautiful release. As for the movie itself, I am a huge fan of it. As a matter of fact, it's one of my favourite creature feature movies for one reason only. I love the horror aspect to this. You know, it's very suspenseful. I actually quite enjoyed the cast in this movie as well. It is beautifully directed by Matt Reeves. It has a great writer in Drew Goddard. Hope I'm pronouncing his name right there. He actually wrote movies like The Martian and World War Z. He also directed Cabin in the Woods. And of course, you had J.J. Abrams producing this movie. So an incredible amount of talent behind this movie. And I say there was a bit of pressure on their shoulders to deliver something very good, something very special. And for the most part, I honestly think they have delivered on it. I had such a fun time with this movie. It has spawned two spiritual sequels, we could say, in 10 Cloverfield Lane, which I think was under the original title of The Cellar. And of course then we had the Cloverfield Paradox, which working title was the God Particle. And I have to tell you, I'm not the biggest fan of what J.J. Abrams was doing with these movies. You can clearly tell when you're watching both of them sequels that they had absolutely nothing to do with Cloverfield. But because they put in one or two little scenes to give little nods towards Cloverfield, then they started calling them spiritual sequels. So I don't know how I feel about it. 10 Cloverfield Lane is a fantastic movie. It really is. But my worst aspects of that movie is the scenes where they actually try and tie it in with Cloverfield. Cloverfield Paradox, look, I don't really have to speak about that movie. It was all over the place. But the one thing I think that movie done well was to kind of... They gave us a bit more of an insight towards Cloverfield, and it also gave us bridged that gap between Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane. But like I said to you, you can clearly see when you're watching both of them sequels that they were originally just not meant to be part of this universe. And like I said, I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that. It's almost like they're trying to say that these movies weren't good enough. But if we throw the Cloverfield label on it, maybe they will make money. And it did work because 10 Cloverfield Lane was such a box office success. Now, there was meant to be a fourth movie, a movie called Overlord. And there was massive rumours going around that was going to be the fourth spiritual sequel. But they scrapped that idea and they gave it its own release. And thank God they did, because it's such a wonderful movie that, and it does not need to be seen as part of the Cloverfield universe. Now, like I said, there is a rumour going around that we are finally going to get a sequel to this movie, a proper sequel. And I really do hope to stick to the found footage aspect of it as well, because I think if you don't shoot this in found footage, you might be losing something. You'll definitely lose the horror aspect of it, I think. That whole realism to it. And yeah, that would be a shame to see that happen. Right, so let's get on to the unboxing of this, and I'm going to take us around it and show you how beautiful this actually looks. Right, so here we go, Cloverfield. So the first thing you will notice is the clear slip on this. So if you are aware of my channel, you have to know that I'm a big fan of clear slips on steelbooks, and I kind of wish every single steelbook edition would have them on them. It just gives them a real premium feel, in my opinion. In my honest opinion, sorry. And then, of course, there at the top, as I said at the start of the video, this is a 15th anniversary edition of it. It is a French release as well. And, of course, you got the lens of the camera there. And you got the Statue of Liberty with the head ripped off it. And, of course, you have New York there in the background as well. So it's a beautiful looking slipcase. And I will remove the steelbook now in a second. I just want to take you around and give you a close look at it. So, yes, love the slipcover on this one. And there we go, that is the spine of the actual steelbook itself. And then take us around to the back, and this is the J card. So like I said, this is all in French, but I will take us in and give you a look at the special features. You can make them out. I think they're the same special features that we might have got on the Blu-ray, so nothing new there. And then right down to the bottom is a close look at some of your technical aspects. So that is the J card. Now, I'm not going to remove the J card off this slip cover because there's actually nothing on the slip. It actually just shows the Steelbook. So no point taking the J card off. So I will remove the Steelbook now and show you this absolute beauty of a Steelbook. So here we go. And voila. So this is the Steelbook itself, and as you can see, you got the Cloverfield monster there, and him just wreaking havoc on New York City. I love the colour scheme to the Steelbook. I just love the green look to it. You don't see it too often in Steelbooks. So this Steelbook is a simple matte finish. There's no embossing, no debossing, no spot glossing going on at all. Just a very simple Steelbook, but the artwork in particular looks amazing. Again, it's done through the kind of, you know, through the look of a camera, which is it's like quite nice. They kind of stuck to the whole found footage aspect of this movie. So yeah, such a beautiful looking Steelbook. And again, the Steelbook, I have showed the spine already, so I'll take us around to the back. And it's one of these pictures that gives you one full picture, which I do like seeing on Steelbooks. You don't see it too often, but it is nice when it does happen. So again, you can just sort of see explosions going on in the background there, and just basically the city in ruins. And I think you might see a helicopter up there as well. So I will open the Steelbook in full, and there you go. That is the Steelbook in all its glory. And yeah, it's no wonder I picked this one up. It's a bit of a no-brainer. I just think it's a fabulous looking Steelbook. Right, so go inside and I will quickly show you the discs and then show you the inside artwork. So that is your 4K disc, as per usual, a boring looking Paramount disc. Paramount just refused to do anything with their discs. And that is the Blu-ray that you get with it as well. And then, of course, this is the inside artwork for the Steelbook itself. So there you have it, folks. That is the Cloverfield 15th Anniversary Steelbook Edition, and what an edition it is. Right, so onto the 4K transfer we go. Now, before I get onto this and start talking about it, I need you to bear this in mind. This movie is ugly. It is ugly. It's shot in a very low resolution, much similar to what you might get with 28 Days Later. It is never going to be the best looking movie you will ever see on the 4K format. One might even question, does it even need a 4K release? And I tell you, that's open for debate. It really is. Now, when I knocked it on and I compared it to the Blu-ray, I think the first thing I noticed was the palette of the movie looks so much warmer than the previous Blu-ray release, and I have to admit that is actually a welcome addition to this movie. It's a very soft presentation. It is extraordinarily grainy, very noisy as well, but that is its intended look. And it's a found footage movie here we're talking about, and you know, we are never going to get what you call 4K eye candy. But for the most part, when you do watch this movie, and you do see the Dolby Vision colours on it, I think you will see, no, I won't say drastic differences, but you'll see subtle differences there that I think will drastically improve this movie. And it will definitely give us a more faithful presentation to this movie than we ever got before on the previous Blu-ray. So all in all, I was quite satisfied with the 4K release. Again, do we need a 4K release of it? I honestly don't know, but I did appreciate some of the Dolby Vision colours that you do see in this. And again, this movie is considerably dark as well, and it massively enhances them black levels, them dark levels. It's you know, there's a lot more depth to the picture now, and the shadow detail looks quite amazing. So for them aspects alone, I think it is worth picking up the 4K release of it. But the real winner here for me is the true Dolby 5.1 that you do get on this. Now bear in mind that true Dolby 5.1 is on the Blu-ray as well. But my God, I had no idea this movie sounded as good as it does. As a matter of fact, it made me question Dolby Atmos. It really did. I have never heard such an active sounding movie like this before. Even on the quieter moments, you know, the scenes where they're kind of underground, the sound does not let up. You can just hear it in your back speakers that there's still a lot going on above them, and it is just always active. It's always there. There's a great sense of atmosphere with this movie, and the separation that you get with the speakers is absolutely astonishing. It really is. And if you do have a great sound setup, I honestly can't think of a better sounding movie to watch than Cloverfield. And I can't believe I'm saying that for a found footage movie. It sounds that good. I actually remember when the movie ended, I actually looked at my fiancée Ellen, and the two of us were just, our ears were just ringing. We could not hear a thing after it. It was just that loud, that active. And yeah, that took me by surprise. I just had no idea it sounded that good. So all in all, folks, look, I was very happy with this purchase. It's not what you call a major upgrade over that Blu-ray, but you will appreciate some of the subtle differences there. And the 5.1 audio, granted it was on the Blu-ray as well, sounds demo worthy. It really, really does. And I can't imagine Atmos improving it. So I'm not going to complain. I'm really, really not. So that is it, folks. That is it. So as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below. And please do share your thoughts in this movie. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.